So take a look at the jump off track. It starts over fence 12. The macaroons on the far side, the final fence for round number 1. There's right-handed to what was fence 18, now fence 14, and that's becoming vertical now. From fence 14, it's left to fence 15, which is the Johnson and Hall fence, jumping towards the collection ring. It's now an oxer. Then left-handed across the diagonal 5 B and C. Right-handed down the long side, you can see that 1 and 2 to there. So starting on 12, right-handed to fence 14. Down the dog leg to fence 15. 5 B, C, and then finishing over fences at 1 and 2. The time allowed to jump off 54 seconds. 12 riders set to come forward, set to the side, first and second and third places. Once again, top 3 scores today.
All right then, here we go. We are now tackling this jump off for the Children's Nations Cup competition, presented by Dodson and Horrell.
3 countries fighting to take victory: France, Belgium, and the Netherlands, going in that order. All 4 riders from all 3 nations to come forward. And it's France here, jump off track 12.
We have 3 teams coming forward in this jump off. They will be France, Belgium, and the Netherlands. course has been set, and the jump-off course is as follows. It's fence 12, which is the final fence from round 1, followed by 14, which is 8A, the first part of the double combination from round 1, 15, which is fence 10 in reverse, and then 5B and C, so B and C from the triple combination, and then fences 1 and 2 to finish. Louise Anquetin with Uccello de Hus comes first for France. Coming now to 5B and C. Well, she's got to make that right-handed turn back down then to fences 1 and 2. Well, there we have it then. That's the first score out for you. Of course, we count the best 3 scores once again. 37-7-0 for Louise Anquetin of France. Belgium come next with another rider who jumped double clear. It's the turn of Clémentine Lux with Cash de l'Écuyère. We are once again looking for faults and time. Well, look at that time, 35.9 for Clémentine Lux, but she just clips the 1 pole for Belgium. So it's 4, and as I say, 35.90. So France are some way ahead at the moment, but this can change so very, very quickly, especially in the jump-off. Let's go then to the Netherlands, to Bethany Vos with Don Diablo. Clear in a 4 for her in rounds 1 and 2. One fence left for Bethany Vos. Great to the last, 36.98, but crucially, it's clear. And she's also faster than Louise Anquetin.
So the second set of riders now back in France. It's Luan Whistling. Luan Whistling, France.
So, back to France now. Their second rider is Lou Anne Pustelnik with Elu de l'Abbé. Picked up 5 in round 1, 4 in round 2. But we could really do with a clear here. And she's got the clear. Lou Anne Pustelnik pulls it out of the bag when it really matters. It's a clear and 39.17 seconds. So you see their cumulative time there as well. It's a brilliant performance. France very much in the running.
Primavera van de Dennenhoven. Belgium left with 4 points from their first rider. Looking for a 3 again. Ella
Ella Bomere comes next for Belgium. With Primavera van de Dennenhoven, her teammate has picked up 4 penalties, so we could do with the clear here. Well, it was a big jump at the last. It's going to be 4 for Ella Bomere of 39.61. And that, therefore, Belgium are on 8 now from this jump off. So it's looking like they may well struggle to take the win here with 8 so far. They will finish on at least 4. But we still have some way to go. We're nearly at the halfway point in the jump off. Stella Heligers comes next with Go, Go. Stella had a good clear in round 1. Tricky time in round 2. But the Netherlands have the 1 clear already. She does indeed get another clear. It's 39.28 on the clock. So it's 2 clears for France. It's 2 clears for the Netherlands. It's absolutely neck and neck.
Can't secure a 0 split from the jump off. And the French team with their third rider, Louis Jean-Jacques. So with it here. 2 clearances so far. France.
Louis Jacques comes next for France. We've got 4 on the board already. He jumped a double clear actually in rounds 1 and 2.
Well, it was a good time, 36.92.
36.92 is indeed an excellent time for Louis Jacques, but it's 1 now for France, so it's going to all come down to their final rider. Chloé Hoste comes next with Valériane de Moyon riding for Belgium. In order to keep them in with a shout, she needs to jump clear. Chloé comes to the final fence. She's keeping the Belgian dream alive. 39.26 is her time, but she's clear, crucially, a triple clear only the second triple clear that we've had. Her time is 39.26 seconds. So Belgium have 2 4-faulters and a clear. Remember, we can drop one score once again in this round. Joël Mujuez is off to a flying start already with Cobalt Express WS riding for the Netherlands. Joël is the third rider in for the Dutch team.
Well, the Netherlands are guaranteed to
Well, look at that. The Netherlands have just done fantastically well here this afternoon. 3 clears. 3 clears in this jump-off. So the Netherlands are guaranteed to finish on a clean sheet in the jump-off. Team France could still finish on a clean sheet as well, so it's all going to come down to Zoe Vaguion-Ledy, who's the final rider out for France. She needs to jump clear and it needs to be fast. The team time to beat of the Netherlands is 117.37. Final fence, and it is indeed clear for Zoe Vaguion-Ledy. She jumps clear. The time is 35.36, so they'll finish on a clean sheet and a cumulative time of 112.23. That's the total score and time for France in the jump-off. Well, at the moment, it's faster than those 3 clears of the Netherlands, so their final rider is going to really need to have a foot to the floor. Let's see, though, what our final rider for Belgium can do. It's the turn of Estelle van Tricht with Seacoast. Don't touch Tiji Hero. They were so close to taking the win without a jump off. Estelle is looking to keep them on 4 in the jump off. However, that means that as France have finished on 0 and the Netherlands could finish on 0, Belgium will be 3rd. Regardless of this performance, they'll be 3rd. Through the final time there for Estelle van Tricht, it's going to be 4 and a time of 43.61. That means that Belgium finish on 8 and a total time of 114.77. Well, we're just hearing there that the time that Nick Steegs needs to beat in order to take the win for the Netherlands is 35.97 seconds. Only one rider, two riders have beaten that time in the jump-off so far. One of those is France's Zoe Wagon-Ledy, and the other is Belgium's Clementine Look. So Nick Steegs needs to keep the fences up, and he needs to be under 35.9-ish seconds. He's going for it. He knows what he needs to do. Al Capone is an experienced horse, and Nick's really trusting him through here. It's for the win for the Netherlands. Oh, I think the time is very tight. I don't think he's going to get there. Oh, great clear though. Oh, a four in fact for Nick Steegs. 38.24 his time. So he tried his very best, but the total is a clean sheet and 117.37 for the Netherlands. That means that the Netherlands finish in second. France are your winners. What a fantastic, fantastic competition this has been. A win for Team France in this Children's Nations Cup presented by Dodson and Hurrell. Second place goes to the Netherlands, and third goes to Belgium. A three-way jump-off for the win, a three-way jump-off to decide the podium places. It was France that came out on top, with the Netherlands and Belgium just behind. Absolutely stunning sport from these young riders. I do hope that you have enjoyed this competition, everybody. Just hearing that the arena is going to be prepared for the prize giving for this Children's Nations Cup. And we have an amended time for you of 5:45 local time, which is 4:45 if you're watching in the UK for the Young Rider Nations Cup. We'll have some individual competitors coming forward in between round 1 and round 2 there again. And then the second round for the Young Rider Nations Cup will be at 6:30 local time, 5:30 if you are watching in the UK. 5 teams will come forward. They are for France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Switzerland and Germany. We have some great riders to come. So the presentation will be taking place now in the arena. I will leave you with that presentation, and I'll be back to take you through the Young Rider Nations Cup at 5:45 local time, 4:45 if you're in the UK. So in around about 20 minutes time is the scheduled start. I would hazard a guess that that will be a little later, as the course needs to be changed. So I think we may be looking at more like half an hour. But do stay with us. We'll be back with the prize giving for the Children's Nations Cup and with the Young Rider Nations Cup. See you soon.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome forward the winners of the first of the Nations Cup here at Old Centaur Park. The winners of the CSIO Children's Nation Cup. So now we welcome forward the winners of the Children's Nations Cup competition, led in by the winning nation, the nation of France. So we invite up to the podium the third place team. The team that finished in third is Belgium. Their chef to keep Jean-Jacques Matzing. The team of Clementine Lux, Ella Bommery, Chloe Moss, and Estelle Bontraite. Welcome to the podium.
Like how I'm doing this better because now it's still just looking back. So you're completely right. You're completely right. I already did last time. But the stress was better.
Now welcome forward to the second place team, the team from the Netherlands. So their chef to keep Antoine Boonrath, Bethany Voss, Stella Heiligers, Venus, and next seats. And we hand together for the winners, the team from France, led by the address chef to keep Olivia Boss, the team of Louise Antica, Luan Selec, Louis Grand Jacques, and Zoe on the team. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now do ask you to be standing while we do play the national anthem of the winning nation, the national anthem of France. So we're now looking forward to the presentation party, the event director, Lorenzo Leonard. Marinka De Rossi, the foreign judge of the weekend, and representative of the FEI, Klaus Blessing. Forward to congratulate our winning team. The third place team of Belgium first, Clementine Lux, Ella Bomera. It's now perfect. The second place team of the Netherlands, Bethany Voss, Stella Heiligers. Next team. Their chef to keep very proud. And of course, the winning team, the team from France of Louise Anquetin, Luan Ossonet, Louis, Luan Jacques Sansoy, big on the team. There was a special thanks to Jonathan Arson, Mark from Flanders, every option for up to 30 euros to each of the teams in first. Each member of the team in second gets 750 euros and third team gets 500 euro vouchers for the auction tomorrow night. So £1,000 each for first set, 450 for second, 500 for third for the auction tomorrow. So right, it's all reunited, and there's only one thing left to do. It's the. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the winners of the CSIO Children's Nations Cup, led away by the victors, the team from France. Like all of the team from France. So that does bring us into the competitions of the weekend here at the centre. Current Nations Cup complete, especially well done to the winning nation of France. To that team of Louis Aquitaine, Luan Bustamec, Luan Jackson, Zoe Begon. A very well deserved victory there. And of course, to the team from the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, Sweden, Ireland. Preparations underway for class number 10. Now the three dots and the World Children's Nations Cup. Especially against the clock. So that's the last class. Class 11 of 93 Ashford Farm, CSI Nations Cup riders. 1 meter 45 in height. It's once again the same format set as the previous competition that we have, just the same. We'll let you know when that track is available for walking, but the next competition here in the Ashford Arena is the Free Ashford Farm CSIO Youth Nations Cup. So preparation rounds, distance of the track has just been measured at 405 meters, 375 for this class. So 485 and 375, there's a time allowance of 70 seconds. So the time allowance in the pre-Ashford Pharmacy style is 78 seconds. 5 nations to come forward on order. France first, Belgium second, Netherlands third, Switzerland fourth, and Germany just a few minutes away from the start of the play. Style review.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Centaur Park to this Youth Nations Cup series. We had a fantastic competition in the children's category earlier on, with Team France taking the win, Belgium taking third, the Netherlands taking second, and two of those, in fact, three of those nations are represented once again here. So we come forward with the Young Rider Nations Cup now. These riders are absolutely at the top of their game, and many of these are riders that you will have already seen in some top-level competitions, or certainly they're on the pathway to them. Team France will come first to tackle this course set by Rafael Suarez and his team, the team being made up of Marco de Jong and Michael Parker, as well as Georges Georgiev of Bulgaria. So Charles Bertol comes forward first then for France. The fences here are 1.45 meters in height. Charles Bertol rides Can Tho Danu. And this is an 11-year-old Self-Français gelding by Vauban de Saint-Emel out of a Papillon Rouge mare. Charles competes this horse up to the 4-star level. He jumped in some 4-star competitions at El Jadida and Tétouan in Morocco. And most recently has been at Villers-Vicomte in France with this horse, where they jumped well in the 2-star Grand Prix. Further back in this horse's record, it was previously with Simon de Lest, briefly, and has quite a varied list of riders on the CV. So, Charles Bertol then uses that experience with Can Tho Danu to give us our first clear round. Great way to kick things off for the French team. Remember, we do have 4 riders generally per team. In today's competition, we just have 3 riders for the Netherlands. In general, we have 4 riders and the best 3 scores count. So in the case of the Netherlands, all scores will count. So Alexander Housen now comes forward for Belgium, riding Cassandra HSP, a 13-year-old mare by Sandro Boy. Alexander is a multiple rider at the European Championship level. In fact, he jumped in the Young Rider European Championships in 2021, securing team gold. But he's also jumped on the pony, the junior and the children's teams at the Young Rider level. Gives us an excellent round here, another very good round and a very good start for Team Belgium. It's a clear, and the time there is 72.21. Time allowed is 78 seconds, so both of our riders that have gone so far have been well inside that time allowed. Muller comes forward now. The first rider out for Team Switzerland. He rides Morgan VDS. This is another mare. This time an 11-year-old Belgian warm blood. Gilles is just outside the top 100 in the FEI under 25 jumping rankings. And he jumped this horse in the Nations Cup final in 2021, but has jumped up to the 2-star level and plenty of under 25 top level competitions for this pair already on their CV as well.
And the last man scores as well as 20 in total there.
It's going to be 20 in total for Gilles Muller. Not quite the start that he would have liked.
Final of the first riders and the team, it's Germany. First rider for them, Johanna Beckman.
There with the 20 for Team Switzerland. However, of course, we drop one score. And so we hope that Switzerland will have a couple of lower scores than that, and we may be able to drop that score of Gilles Muller, but let's see how we get on. So, Germany come next. These are the 4 teams with 4 riders. And then once we have the second riders for all of the teams, then the Netherlands will come in with their first. So, Johanna Beckman comes now with Chinook 8. Chinook is a 13-year-old stallion with Kornet Obolensky breeding on the dam side. Johanna is 65th in the FEI jumping under 25 rankings. And jumps in plenty of exciting competitions as well as the 5 stars. Jumped in the 5-star classes in Leipzig at the World Cup show there with Emilie van der Merania Stam. Chinook is one that she's had in some amateur and junior competitions, now steps it up to the young riders. They went to Riesenbeck last month and placed 5th in the 2-star medium tour final.
Germany get off to a clear start.
A clear for Germany then. So France, Belgium and Germany all have a clear from their first riders.
My shirt is next to go with Black and Roll. Black and Roll, the 12-year-old Guy by Rock and Roll Semi. That's his nice shirt. France.
Baptiste Eichner comes next, who is the second rider for France. Baptiste rides Black and Roll. It's a Celle Francais, 12-year-old gelding by Rock and Roll Semi out of a Berggraf mare. Germany, remember, France, already have a clear round on the record. So if Baptiste can keep all of the fences up, they'd be in a very strong position indeed. Rain setting in again in this evening's competition in Belgium. Had quite a showery round of weather for the children's competition. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to have bothered our competitors too much. Baptiste just clips the one pole there. And a second goes down at the last as well, so it'll be 8 in total for the second rider out for France. Clear for Charles Bertol, but 8 for Baptiste Eichner. So the pressure's on the third and fourth riders for France, who will be Charlotte Sloss and Dylan Levallois. We're going back to Belgium now then. Their second rider is Jules van Hooydonk, who rides Minte van de Bisschop. This is an 11-year-old mare by Plot Blue. Of course, that fantastic stallion who has sired so many at the very top level, former ride of Marcus Enning, and out of a Parco mare. Belgium also have a clear, so if they can keep another clear here, that would put the pressure on the other teams. Certainly put the pressure on France. Competed at Liège very recently, and they placed 6th in a 2-star Grand Prix there. Death takes a little hold. Just the one to go. Lovely, really, really nice round, and it's a fantastic performance for Belgium. That's exactly what they would have wanted. Jules van Hooydonk gives the second clear for Team Belgium.
So now we move on to the Netherlands. The first of 3 riders for the Netherlands. It's for Holland. That's next to them. Back to Hook Rail. It's right.
So we have the first rider now for the Netherlands. Remember, they are the team with just 3 riders. It's the turn of Fleur Holman. And all scores count for the Netherlands because they only have those 3 riders. So Fleur rides Catak du Haut Bray, another Selle Francais, this time an 11-year-old by Conrad, with breeding on the dam side going back to Indoctro if you're interested in your breeding. Fleur's been competing this horse in FEI competition since mid-2022. Horse was with Nadej Janssen earlier on. They come here from Gorla Minore. Ah, what a pity. Hoof in the water there, I think, for Fleur Holman. Just the 4 there for Fleur Holman. That's so unfortunate. It was just the hoof in the water to give her the 4 penalties, but well inside the time allowed as well.
To Switzerland now, Jules Scholas is next to go. Obama du Soufflet. The Gallic puts its range by Ivana Sitter. Jules Scholas.
Onwards then to Switzerland. This is quite a key round. This is Chirel Chonoz with Obama du Soufflet. And I say it's a key round because Switzerland have that 20 faulting round from Gilles Muller. So they really could do with low scores from their next 3 riders. Obama du Soufflet is by Organa Cité. Ah, what a shame. 4A and C down now. This is the horse that Shirel rode at the European Championships for Young Riders in 2021. Going to be a little over the time allowed. Shirel Shawnaz just taking a couple of the wider lines, so 10 in total with Shirel Shawnaz. That means that we know that Switzerland will finish on a minimum score of 10. So if they can drop the 20, and if their third and fourth riders jump clear, we'll end up with 10.
Next to go for Germany.
For Germany then, their second rider is Hannah Michelle Wilken with Cutest Taboo. I think she's just finding Cutest Taboo a little strong here. This mare is a 12-year-old by Clinton. This is their first Nations Cup together, though they have jumped at the Nations Cup shows, but jumping in the Grand Prix. And yet, this is just not quite going the way that she wants here. So sadly, that is going to be elimination with the 2 refusals there for Hannah Michelle Wilken. She will be able to come back in round 2.
So on to the third.
But that means that the third and fourth riders for Germany have quite the task on their hands because their scores will most certainly count now.
9 years of age. 5 ETLs are off the book. France.
Back to France then. Their third rider in will be Charlotte Sloss, and Charlotte rides LB Zonel 2. This is just a 9-year-old, this stallion, who's by VDL Zirocco Blue. It's a ride that Charlotte took on from Armin Schaefer of Germany. And she's primarily competed this horse around Italy in the early parts of this year in San Giovanni in Marignano and in Gorla Minore. France have a clear and an 8. One fence to go for Charlotte Sloss to keep A good performance for the French team. It is a very good performance, but it's a little over the time, so she'll just pick up one for time. That means that France will finish on at least one. That can be quite costly in the competitions, as of course we have the 2 rounds and everything really is down to the wire. So 1 for Charlotte Sloss gives France a minimum score of 1 in round 1.
That out of that line, so Matthew brought away next to go for Belgium. Afterwards, the heat goes clear. Belgium finished right 1. I suppose you going to the fourth riders.
For Belgium then. Their third rider is Mathieu Bourdouis. Mathieu rides Oscar, the Hommage, another 9-year-old stallion, owned by Christmas Stables. Belgium in a very strong position with the 2 clears already. Now we've had the 4 from Mathieu. This combination won the Junior Grand Prix in Mechelen in December. And they had a 4th place finish in the 2-star Grand Prix in Ghent in February. Just the 4 then for Mathieu Bourdouis, 4 to add.
Team with 3 riders now. Set the Netherlands. Sarah Everts is the next to go forward. Set forward down. Arnold Dark. Yeah, it's 13 years of age. That's got a heartbreaker. Pacific on the down line. Sarah Everts.
Back to the Netherlands then now. The Netherlands, of course, remember, are this team with just 3 riders. So, Fleur Holman, their first rider, picked up the 4 penalties. That means that this score is most certainly a counting one. Senna Evers is in next with Fano d'Or, a heartbreaker bred gelding, Belgian bred. And she's jumped this horse up to 4-star level at Veger de la Frontera very recently. She also placed 2nd in the Junior Grand Prix in Mechelen. So our last 2 riders, top finishers in that competition. Good to the water. Remember, we jump 2 full rounds in these Nations Cup competitions, and in the event of the leading teams being on equal penalties, we then have a jump off. That's what happened in the children's competition earlier, a 3-way jump off to decide the podium finishers. Sanne Evers, though, shows us how it's done. That is exactly what the Dutch team needed. It's a clear. 76.21 on the clock, a very, very similar time to her teammate. And so the Netherlands remain on the 4. That's looking strong at the moment. Having said that, our next team are in a little bit of difficulty. But they do certainly have a very good lineup of riders. Switzerland have a 20-faulter and a 10-faulter so far, but Joanna Schildknecht is going to be next in, and she would really like to keep a clean sheet. She'd like to keep Switzerland on the 10. Ah, what a shame. Just got slightly deep to that oxer. Victor is just a 9-year-old. It's a horse that Joanna's been riding since 2021. She took this horse through the young horse classes as well as the junior category. Now, of course, here on this young rider team, she is a 4-time European Championship rider. She rode in 2 Children's European Championships and 2 Young Rider European Championships. Just chips in a little bit to the last, but it's 12 in total for Joanna Schildknecht. That means that the minimum score for Team Switzerland will be 22. So should they be able to discount the 20, they still have to count the 10 and the 12 to give them the 22. Germany will be next. Germany also are a team who have quite some pressure on them now. Felix Roeder comes now with Claude R. The third rider for Germany then. Felix knows that his score needs to count, since his teammate Hannah-Michelle Wilken was unfortunately eliminated. So, with this Clarimo and Cassini bred gelding, Felix Roeder then, third out for Germany. Germany with the clear from Johanna Beckmann. And now they will be on 8. Just clips the last as well then. Felix Roeder picks up 20 for Germany. Suddenly things aren't looking so bad for Team Switzerland. Remember, we only have 5 teams in this competition. So statistically, they're not a million miles away from the podium. France at the moment, I'll give you the situation if their final riders jump clear. So if they have nothing else to add, France would finish on 1, Belgium on a 0, Netherlands on 4, Switzerland on 22, Germany on 20. Belgium and the Netherlands certainly in some strong positions, as are France, but the 1 can be costly. Final rider for France is Dylan Levallois with Artiste de l'Abeille. Breeding-wise, this horse is by Caprice Boismagot out of a Juste Pomme mare. Self-Foncé, 13-year-old stallion. And Dylan is 187th in the under-25 world rankings. But he has jumped this horse in quite a lot of impressive competitions recently. They jumped in the 3-star Prix de la Ville de Royan just a couple of weeks ago. And also jumped in the 4-star classes at Rouen and Saint-Lô. Also competed in the Nations Cup final last year. Well, Dylan Levallois just gets there when it matters. It's a fantastic round. So France, therefore, can discount the score of 8. They can count the 2 clear rounds and they can count the 1 faulting round. They finish on a score of 1. That time can be important. Back to Belgium now with Tristan Guisson and Naturel van het Legitterhof Z. Belgium could take the lead here. If Tristan can jump clear, they will finish on a 0 score. If he has a pole down, they'll finish on the 4. It's very tight in this competition now. Good through the double. Well, the music goes up there for Tristan Guisson and Naturel van het Legitterhof Z. They get the clear for Belgium. They put Belgium into the lead. No other team can join them on a clean sheet. They are in an excellent position with the second round in mind. Nothing to add then for Team Belgium. And the only team to do so. And that just tells you how costly the one-time penalty for France was. They finish, well, they're sitting in second place here. So, the Netherlands then are the next team up. Their final rider is Maaike Zwartjens with Twister de la Pont. This horse is fantastically bred. It is by Darko out of a For Pleasure mare. And is a horse that Maaike has partnered since 2019. It's a 16-year-old stallion. And they jumped at the Junior Europeans in 2021. We've got 4 on the board so far. Jumped a great double clear in the 2-star 2-phase competition in Liège last month. Another little clip there though. Also just going to be over the time here. for Micah with this 16-year-old stallion. Good at the last, but with the time as well, it's going to be 25, unfortunately. And so with only 3 riders on the team, that means that the Netherlands will finish on 29 in round 1.
So we've got France on 1 fault, Belgium on a clear, and the Netherlands on 29. 2 teams that left to go. The final rider for Switzerland now. Geraldine Rubin, Catalan, 11-year-old Mare Barkasal, and that's over. Geraldine Rubin, last to go for Switzerland.
Final rider up for Switzerland now is Geraldine Straumann with Kassalor. Switzerland are looking for a clear to keep them on 22. That would keep them ahead of the Netherlands. Geraldine's horse for the Europeans last year, where she rode as a junior rider, was Quadloma Z. Kassalor is the horse that she took on from Abdel Said. And she's been jumping up to the 2-star level and in the under 25 top level classes before she then headed to Basel to jump in the 5-star competitions as well. That was back in January. Well, a brilliant round, the best of the bunch for Switzerland so far. It's the turn of Geraldine Straumann to give us our next clear round. Switzerland will discount the score of 20, we'll count the 10, the 12 and now the clear, and we'll finish on 22 in round 1. Puts them just ahead of the Netherlands in 4th place, and they could actually end up being in 3rd place, but that is dependent on the performance of the final rider for Germany. Theresa Kroninger then is the final rider in round 1 here with Hummer N. This 11-year-old Dutch-bred horse owned by Clementine and Theresa Kroninger. Germany, remember, had that elimination, unfortunately. And so with Theresa's pole down, that means that Switzerland will be in 3rd place. Whatever Theresa does here will add to the team score. They have a clear under 20 to count so far. Oh, she was very lucky there at the water. One fence left in round 1. Well inside the time, but 2 down for Theresa Kroninger means that we will add 8 to the German team's score. They'll finish on 28. And so leading the way, following this first round of competition, our team Belgium with a 0 score. France are next up with the 1 penalty, and then Switzerland come forward in 3rd as it stands with the 22. Germany will be in 4th place following round 1 with 28 penalties, and the Netherlands sit in 5th with their 29. That's the way that things stand at the moment. So that concludes round 1 of competition in this Prix Ashford Farm Young Rider Nations Cup. We now have 12 individual competitors who will be tackling this very same course. So we'll bring you those riders. We'll also bring you the prize giving for those individual competitors. And then we come forward with the second round. Second round, which kicks off at 7:15 local time, so that's 6:15 if you are watching in the UK. That's the start time that we have.
Same track, same time, all that 17 seconds. We'll be back with you shortly with the FEI final.
So yes, the individual competitors to come next, and then we've got around about half an hour now until we bring you the second round of this pre-Ashford Farm, the Nations Cup second round. So see you again in about half an hour's time.